on, man. What? That thing didn't pop up. Every time. Sorry. I use my webcam, the stupid thing pops up talking about the microphone and some stupid crap, and it didn't pop up this time, which is why I always look scattered before I start my video. So, I was just gonna update you guys on stuff. Now, so in one of the videos I did a while ago, I was talking about losing weight and stuff, and I'm still on that track, so I was going to talk about that for a bit. So, as you know, holidays just occurred, and there was a lot of fattening food, and I was surprisingly able to kind of not eat it, and that's kind of astounding for me because, I mean, for me being a food freak, I love eating. I just love eating. I had to really curb my appetite and be careful. Like, I've never really made very strong conscious decisions about what I'm eating or about what's in what I'm eating, or even amount of what I'm eating, portion sizes. I don't really think about that. So thankfully I've been hanging out with my aunt, and I was doing, pretty well eating, trying to eat things with a lot of protein so I'm not hungry throughout the day, like all the time. And that's been working really well. But when I went over to my aunt's house and we were cooking stuff for Christmas, like fudge and all the baked goods, I really don't want to eat it, honestly. I don't. I mean, after, it's one of those things where it's like it doesn't hit you until you start thinking in the right mindset of, or especially for me, thinking, oh, well, this will cut off this many years of my life. This will give me probably these diseases, and I'm just basically eating poison. So, I mean, I turn around and there's like a pan or a pot like full of 4 cups of sugar and a stick of butter. I was like, ugh, like I really have never had that. I guess it's just because I'm not around making things like that. I just buy it. So seeing what's in it, making it myself, I was like, holy hell, I'm not gonna eat this. Especially, I mean, besides the baked goods, just, I mean, like, dip was horrendous. Like, just mixing it around kind of made me feel nauseous. I'm like, oh my god, this is what I'm eating? Like, that is so foul. So, actually, on Christmas, I did pretty well. And honestly, carbs and, like, baked goods are probably my biggest enemy. What did I do? No, I did have one roll. And I love rolls, you guys, so this is a big fat fucking deal. I would have, like, God, on the holidays, normally I would probably have like 3, or 4. Because again, like what I said, I don't think about it, it's a holiday, you just kind of eat. Then you feel the after effects. But thankfully my aunt was doing like a bunch of like finger foods and like appetizing dishes and like just a mesh of really small things. So, I'm really proud of myself. I stuck to the veggie tray for the most part. I did have some ranch, not gonna lie. And then I ate like some hummus and crackers and pretzels and, yeah, I mean, I really kind of just stuck to pretty healthy stuff. And then, of course, right after that, I had to go to my dad's parents' house, and they're so unhealthy, and my dad's unhealthy, so it just doesn't work. They cooked a giant chunk of meat, and you guys, I'm really getting sick of meat. gotta be honest, my dad barbecues steaks and beef like all the time. I don't know how many times a week, and I just get sick of it. I know that like chicken and fish and stuff, they have good protein and whatever, and I don't really mind chicken. It's just having meat thrown at you all the time, just I'm getting really sick of it. I don't really know how else to explain it. Yeah, so I mean, not to insult them because they kept saying, oh, it's a really expensive piece of meat. I had like probably a piece maybe that big, and then the rest of my plate was 75% of my plate was salad. Then I would say, yeah, 25 of it was like, no. God, I can't do math, you guys. Whatever. The rest of it was like mashed potatoes with no gravy, mind you, and then that piece of meat, and then like a bowl of green beans. No rolls, no fudge. She does make like this strawberry jello thing that I did have a spoonful of, or a dollop of, I should say, not a spoonful, but like a dollop. And Frank, are you dreaming? You're okay, honey. Are you dreaming? Okay. Sorry, I woke her. She was like doing her like third eyelid flutter and shaking. And sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, honey. Now she's all like, oh, Frank. Want to say hello to the camera? Fingy, come here. Come here. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock, you guys. And I'm like, come here. Let's say hello to the camera. I want to say hello to the... Oh. Well, I'm kind of here. Hello. Fingy, what's this? Frank, what's this? Oh. Hi. Oh, okay. She wants to go back to sleep. Alright, you can go back to sleep. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of myself for being able to do that, and, my weight has kind of, the issue with my weight is that it still goes, it just sticks around the same range. It doesn't really like to really, like, go away. So I'll lose weight, and the next day I'll gain it back, and then I'll lose it. Like, it's all just within the same 5 pounds, which is really frustrating. But I'm watching The Help right now. And so, yeah. So I'm proud about that. And I mean, I bought some vitamin B supplements. I just got some electrolytes today because my issue is, like, as much as I drink water, and I guess I don't really drink enough of it, I feel like I get dehydrated a lot. Especially when I'm like walking around town or whatever, I just get kind of lightheaded and out of it and just kind of drowsy and not feeling it. So, yeah, I bought some of those. And I know people like using supplements isn't the best idea, but I have an issue with like water retention, dehydration, and crap. It's not good. So, I mean, that's a majority of where my migraines come from. And even if I do drink a lot of water, I still get migraines. So it's especially around that time of the month. Get bloated, get dehydrated, retain a lot of water. Not good. So I thought that would help me. And then today, I went to Whole Foods, which was cool. Spent one of my Christmas gift cards there, which probably wasn't the best way for me to spend my money, but actually I do think, I guess a lot of people would say that's kind of a stupid way to spend money, I actually think it's the best way, because now I'm starting to think of food as, I know this, you guys, I know this sounds kind of like stupid and ridiculous, because people should think about this all the time. I'm sure a lot of people do, but to me it was just kind of like an over my head. I don't really think about like the importance of food. And I don't really know if that's making sense, but like the importance of like the effects of food on your body. Like I didn't really think of, I have never really thought about it this much. So actually buying the amount of food that I did from Whole Foods and stuff, it's actually kind of the best way of me spending my money because that affects me directly. Plus I love cooking. And that's kind of a turn for positive change, I think. So I bought a ton of crap, and I've never really cooked with tofu, so I'm gonna try that. I bought some tofu. I got some recipe books about like making like tofu tacos and burritos and pho and stuff. And then I also got a spaghetti squash, which my aunt sent me a recipe because she used to eat it. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do tomorrow, either tofu, taco, whatever, or spaghetti squash, spaghetti. I'm gonna decide on that later. I need to send my dad a list of things I need. But yeah, I mean, just walking out of there with all my groceries and stuff and knowing that it's really healthy for me and that I'm choosing to take that step to get that healthy stuff made me feel really empowered and kind of energetic. And honestly, you guys, the more, I mean, did I eat any meat today? No, I didn't eat any meat today. So that's kind of, gotta think about that, because today, I don't think I ate meat yesterday. No, I did. The green bean stuff that my grandma makes is green beans, like diced tomatoes, and like little bits of bacon in it. But today, no. I mean, my morning routines have been trying to eat things with a lot of protein so I can last longer throughout the day without getting hungry and needing to snack on crap. So in the morning, my routine is normally like a smoothie with spinach, blueberries, and peaches, and then a couple of eggs. And then this morning, and sometimes with the eggs, it's either like a slice of toast or hash browns or something. And I'm kind of weird with my eggs. I like eating salsa with my eggs. I know that sounds really weird, and people might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I do like salsa with my eggs. Like paste salsa. Oh my god, it's so good. Because when I was little, I used to love like breakfast burritos. I'm getting totally off topic here, but I love breakfast burritos, and I still do. I just try not to eat as many carbs. So, you know, the eggs and then salsa. It's good. It's good. And then sometimes, yeah, piece of toast with peanut butter on it because, you know, peanut butter has protein. But last night I made like a quinoa, kind of an oatmeal sort of a thing. So I'll kind of walk you through how I made it, or maybe I'll just, because this is kind of becoming a long video. Yeah, whatever. I'll just explain it to you because I don't give a fuck. So you take, I didn't measure any of this crap out, by the way. So I kind of just did it based off of how much I think or thought would be the end result after it was boiled, because you know it expands. So boiled a shit ton of quinoa. Actually, it wasn't a shit ton. I thought it was a shit ton. It actually isn't because I've been eating a lot of it. Yeah, boil that, and you want to make sure that it's like mushy. And it's hard to explain what quinoa kind of tastes like that because it tastes like a kind of oatmeal thing mixed with like tapioca, with a weird grainy kind of almost. I'm sure if you hadn't rinsed them off first, kind of bitter taste. So you want to rinse off the quinoa before you boil it, and it's kind of hard because they're like itty. I can't even do it. Like, see that little, even smaller than that. Never mind. They're really fucking small and hard to rinse. So attempt to rinse and then boil it. And so then what I did was that I threw some. I don't know why it was able to float down. That was kind of weird. I put some cinnamon, like a splash of allspice in there, and I realized, because what I've heard is that it's really, really bitter sometimes quinoa, so I try to put in like spicy things or things that would kind of distract from the bitter taste. Um, and then um, um, and then I took a banana and I cut it down the middle and kind of I scooped out maybe a little, I don't know, 2 spoonfuls maybe of banana, and actually, well, I ate it. And then I put cinnamon and allspice and poppy seeds and crap in that, and then I put it in foil and stuck it in the oven on 350 for maybe a half an hour. And then quinoa still boiling or whatever. When all that crap was done and the quinoa was done, I took the banana out and I drained out the liquid from the quinoa or whatever. I took the banana out, like scooped it out of the peel and threw it in the quinoa so you'd have like smushed banana, cooked smushed banana in the quinoa, and then, and then I tried it and it didn't taste right yet, so you're gonna have to like play with spices and stuff. But then I put in like 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and then it was good. So yeah, I mean, I thought this morning that I was gonna be like, oh, I'll have my smoothie, and then I'll have my quinoa stuff, and then I'll have some eggs, and then maybe like a piece of toast. I couldn't even finish. Like, I ate the eggs, had my smoothie, couldn't even finish all of the quinoa because I was getting so full. So I'm like, that's a good sign. But yeah, you guys, I mean, like, me being able to make pretty healthy choices. I don't want to say like, oh, they're excellent, because they're not. But I mean, and I think just a reaction of what I've been eating, I kind of feel different. Honestly, I feel a little bit more awake, more energized, and my foot's asleep. Ah, oh, ew, owie. Okay, my fat foot's asleep, and yeah, awake, energized, normally without my foot being asleep, and a little bit more optimistic. So there you go. That's my update.